Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show tonight, the Boom Boom Show. I'm Leslie Dalencour, and we have a fantastic guest today. His name is Danny Dabney. Danny, welcome to the Boom Boom Show.
Thank you. I've been wanting to come on your show for a long time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Listen, I've been wanting you to come on the show as well because you have a product that I am using. So I'm not doing a commercial for you there. I'm using this product. And
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, before I did the interview with you, I took a shower and look at my skin. I
Yeah. Glowing. I can see it. Absolutely. It looks fantastic.
It is incredible. Incredible. So
All through here, up here. You have a beautiful complexion anyway, but this is just really bringing it out. It looks great.
thank you so much. But let me tell you, friends, I met Danny, and he told me that he has a product for the skin. And no, he said he's a medical
Esthetician.
esthetician.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, would you tell me what that is? He goes, well, I take care of the visage, the skin, the face, and all that. But I have a product that's really fantastic on the market, and I've been looking for something like that, and it's called NOWA, NOWA.
WA.
So no water. That's why NOWA.
Exactly. It's an anagram for no water added.
Exactly. So what I'll do at the end, I will take a picture of the scan, and they'll be able to scan it when they're watching it. Anyway,
Oh,
so
that's great.
I was going to do my other show, Chercher l'artiste, and I put the product, and I felt my skin pulling and everything. I was like, "What? This is incredible!" So I've been using it for a little bit, and
Good.
I'm extremely satisfied with it. Tell me how, first of all, tell us about you. And then after that, we'll get into how you got into this product.
Okay. This has been a long time journey. Noah has been in product for about almost 5 years. Okay. I started off as a Los Angeles makeup artist out in Hollywood. I was fortunate enough to work in Hollywood. I worked on a few films, worked for a company called Alterian Studios, but I was a monster makeup artist. I was not a beauty makeup artist. So my entrance into the field and my interest was blood and gore, special effects. But when I went into school, they taught me beauty, special effects, and skincare. To my surprise, I really enjoyed the skincare portion of it because you're putting a lot of glues and things on people's faces, and you have to learn how to take care of their skin afterward. Okay. And that's what kind of started that journey. And I've been doing that all my life. I'm 55 years old, and I started this really when I was 19. I started teaching myself blood and gore when I was about 13. I would use my mother as my model, and she was really, really supportive and all that. But my journey into skincare started honestly when I went through my divorce in about 2008. The stress and everything really started wearing on me. I saw fine lines, wrinkles. I didn't want to look old. Who wants to, right? I was 38 at the time. And that's when I really got serious about the skincare side of what I did as a makeup artist. And so I followed that journey and I moved on to New York, became a licensed esthetician in New York. And I was working for a plastic surgeon in Manhattan. And I really got into the products, the skincare products, and became a nerd when it came to ingredients. I could literally bore you to death with ingredients and what they do and how they interact and the pH values. And that's what's made me learn about formulating my own skincare. Okay. So I actually have developed a line called Skin Redemption
Mhm.
because every time you look at an Instagram post or something, it says, skin sin number one, not washing your pillowcase, skin sin number two, going to bed without washing your face. And I thought, well, there has to be redemption for your skin too, right? Not everything's a sin. So I developed a line called Skin Redemption by DABNEY Aesthetics. And, the flagship product is the NOAA. And I have 5 other products right now that are in development, and they're actually almost complete. It's just about texture, longevity, and efficacy and all of that I'm testing. But this, I was blessed enough to get some really amazing clients. Wonderful clients in New York who would take the product, use it, and right now, currently, even though I've recently moved to Florida, as you know, I am still shipping right now. The majority of my shipments go to New York, and I'd love to get that worldwide.
Well, this show is worldwide, so
Oh,
and I know that eventually we will have this show, and you'll probably be speaking Chinese.
Chinese,
There is
Korean,
a thing that
Spanish.
translates your voice, and so but me, what was very important for me is when I use the product, I don't want to have my skin shining. I
Right.
don't want to and then you explained to me that after you put the product, you have to put a moisturizer on it. Could you
Correct.
tell me what that does?
Yeah. So it's not an oil-based product. It is a serum. All right. It's 17% L-ascorbic acid. All right. It's L-ascorbic acid, vitamin C serums. They can oxidize and start changing color a little bit. That's because it's very reactive to oxygen. And so you put things in there like antioxidants, like ferulic acid, vitamin E. I also have MSM included in it. I have baobab protein, hydrolyzed baobab protein for moisture and hydration. It also has 4 different levels of hyaluronic acid, 4 different layers. So from a cross polymer all the way to the tiniest little molecule of it. And hyaluronic acid is that molecule that absorbs water in your skin. You naturally make it, but as we get older, we lose it, like everything else, collagen, elastin. And so I wanted to make this product. It's for everybody. It really is. It's bio-fermented, meaning it has ingredients that are fermented ingredients, help break down the product so that when you apply it, your cells can digest the product. Like when you eat, you have to have good digestion in order to be healthy. In order for a healthy cell, it needs to be able to digest the ingredients, not just lay it on top of the skin. And so that's what this does. And so it has hyaluronic acid. It has another humectant similar to glycerin. But within that, it has a pine needle extract, a Korean red pine, which is extremely high in it's called polyphenols. It's high in vitamin A, vitamin C, and the base of it, since there's no water added, is aloe vera. It's 100% aloe vera water.
Aloe vera, which is
Yeah,
great for your skin.
exactly. So you have the hydration from the aloe vera, and that is another source of vitamin C as well as vitamin A. So on top of the vitamin C, the L-ascorbic acid, there's 2 other forms of vitamin C in this. And vitamin C is a necessary nutrient for collagen production. If you don't have vitamin C, you will not produce collagen. In fact, there's a disease called scurvy. You'll actually die if you don't have vitamin C. So obviously when we're eating, we're taking in that vitamin C, but to add it to the skin is so important. It really, really is. So what we're going to do is you're going to put on the vitamin C serum, and then you're going to let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let the bio-fermented ingredients seep into the skin, get down to that lower layer, right? Because you have 4 layers of your skin, and that very bottom layer is the germaveum, right? And the germaveum is where everything germinates. All the skin cells start right there. And so you want to give it the seeding of the vitamin C to brighten your skin, because it's a tyrosinase inhibitor, which means it's just a brightener. It helps to reduce pigment that if you have like sunspots or something like that, it's going to help brighten those. It's an antioxidant. And like I said, it's a necessary nutrient for collagen production. And contrary to what a lot of people believe, you can actually put vitamin C on at night too, because it's an antioxidant. It helps repair UV damage. So when you're putting on your SPF for the day, we tell everybody to reapply, but not everybody reapplies. Okay.
Right.
I have some in my car. If I feel like it's really hitting, I'll reapply too. But you're going to get some UV damage even if you're going to wear SPF. So it's important to put something on that's going to be an antioxidant at night. Yeah.
And I know it's bad, and I know I do it. I say, well, because I'm dark skinned, I don't put anything to prevent against the sun because I grew up in Haiti and
And you're immune to
the
the sun.
sun. But I went to Mexico, and I had been living in the States for quite a bit. And I went to Mexico, and I didn't put any sunscreen, and I burnt like I was a crisp.
That is a misnomer. People think just because they have darker complexion, they don't need SPF, and that is absolutely not true. You should even wear it when you're driving. And most everybody has seen those Instagram or YouTube texts or videos of the truck driver with one side of the face really damaged and the other side of the face looks okay. That's because the sun's coming in. As an esthetician, I always see more sun damage on the left-hand side because breakouts, sunspots, fine lines and wrinkles, because the UVA is a penetrating wave that degrades your collagen. And that's why you start getting fine lines and wrinkles. And UVB is blocked by glass. Glass, you'll never get a sunburn by driving your car, but you will get sun damage. And so I see a lot of my Indian clients, my Hispanic, African-American clients that have a lot of dark banding on the top of their forehead, on the side. I'm sure we've all seen it. That is 100% preventable, 100%, because all you need to do is wear your SPF and it's restorative. I mean, we can fix it, but it's not something that, that is a natural occurrence just because they were born that way. It happened because of sun damage.
Is Noah a product that also, um, if you're younger, let's say, because me, I started taking care of my skin since I was like 28, 30. I'm 38 now.
Yeah, I thought you were. I figured.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's a big joke among all of us.
You definitely look.
Friends from
No
school,
lumps and wrinkles. Your skin is flawless.
friends from school saw my age on Facebook, and they said, "What's up?
Yeah.
Who was that person in the classroom with us?" No, but as I was telling you, you need to start protecting your skin from a very early age. And as you're saying, your product is something that you need to keep on using. And the more you use it, the more it's going to protect you. Is your skin and your derma, I would say,
Your dermis.
get used to the product, and it's going to penetrate a bit deeper.
Right. My daughter's 24, almost 25. My son, who is 20, he had some acne breakouts. Because of the MSM, it's anti-inflammatory, so it helps to reduce acne breakouts as well. Okay, because it's not an oil-based
It does.
product.
It helps with the acne.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people don't break out from this product. It's been field tested for, like I said, I've been working on this for 5 years, going on 5 years now. And it's going to help to brighten your skin. So no matter how old you are, if you have darker skin or sunspots, it's going to help to brighten those. It's like when you get Botox. Botox, people say, when should I do Botox? It is preventative. Do I recommend being a 25-year-old and going and getting Botox? Not really, but if you have fine lines and wrinkles, or if you look at your mother and your family is your history, it's like, oh, we're prone to that. There's nothing wrong with putting in a little Botox to help to prevent fine lines and wrinkles. It can absolutely be preventative. That being said, I like to go the natural route. I don't do Botox. I don't use filler. I'm 55 years old. I don't have any fine lines and wrinkles. And I've been using Noah for as long as I've been making it. So it's really the main ingredient that I do use. On top of that, I'll use a moisturizer. I'll use sweet almond oil or sea buckthorn oil as a moisturizer. I don't really use a full-on moisturizer. When I do, I use my product called Cerah, and it's spelled C-E-R-A-H. So it's a ceramide product, but it's also it's named after the biblical patriarch Sarah in the Bible, because there's a story about her being 65 years old and so beautiful that the king of Egypt wanted to kill her husband and take her as his wife.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh, 65 in the desert. This woman took care of her skin. So I actually named it Sarah, kind of as an homage to her. But back to the Noah, though, it does mean no water added, and it does have water in it, but it's nature's water. You know what I mean? It's not something coming from a processing plant or anything like that. The ferulic acid, the vitamin E, all of these things are very good for anybody's skin. They're antioxidants. You don't have to be old to use it. You can be a young woman and use it. Like I said, my son's 20, my daughter's 25. I have two daughters, but one's out in California. She doesn't have the product yet, but I'm going to make sure I send her a bottle. But and I have another son who is he's 30, and his wife keeps telling me, please send me the Noah. I want to try the Noah. I want to try it.
Right. So
So
men and women can use it. I
yeah,
mean,
men and women. It's 100. That's why I labeled it like this, because first of all, when it's in a black, vitamin C is, like I said, it's reactive to light and oxygen. So it's in a dark black bottle to keep it from oxidizing and to keep it fresh for as long as possible. Okay.
right,
And so whenever you're going to use this product, it's not feminine looking, nor is it masculine. It just is what it is. It's black and white. Everybody can use it, whether you're a
right,
teenager or an adult.
right. No, that and you call it skin redemption.
Skin Redemption. That's the line. There's going to be 12 products in the line of Skin Redemption. Like I said, this is number one. If you look on it, it says at the very end of it, it says number one right there. And so every new product that I have is going to
Right,
number two, number three, number four.
right.
Labeled
But,
out. Yeah.
but for example, do you give people a private consultation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll put a number for you at the end or whatever, or in your I forgot how you call this.
This is the QR code. So this
QR code.
QR code will take you straight to the website where you can purchase it. But within that website is a full-on description of everything that is. Yes, see if you can see that. So
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it and then I'll put it after that.
Yeah.
So people can get that. Also, so you do give consultation for. Does someone have to know the type of skin they have? Because there's oily skin, there's dry skin, there is what other kind of skin are there?
well, there's combination oily, dry, and normal.
Yeah,
Basically, that's what there's acneic skin. If somebody has acneic skin, cystic acne, I recommend using tretinoin, which is a medical grade vitamin A derivative, retinoid, excuse me, and that's very powerful, and that's going to really help with that. When you're using something like that, you don't want to put an L-ascorbic acid on. You want to use a different pH vitamin C, something like tetrahexyldecyl or THD for short. Those have higher pHs and work well with acne medications. But if you're not on an acne medication, remember, it's not an oil-based product. It has the hydration, and it has the anti-inflammatories, has the vitamin C. It has, again, with the fermentation process and the what they call polyphenols. These are all they repair cell damage, right? And flavonoids are antioxidants, things like that help to repair and capture all those free radicals from pollution, just everything that can get on that skin and damage your skin, and obviously from the sun damage as well. So literally, if you have oily skin, you can use it because there's no oils that are being added to it. If you have dry skin, you can use it because it's adding hydration and 3 other levels, between the baobab, the hydrolyzed baobab protein, which is when something says hydrolyzed, that's a process of hydrolysis where they actually are making a molecule extremely small. The smaller the molecule, the better, okay? Because it's going to penetrate into your skin better that way. So you have that, you have the hyaluronic acid, you have also the vitamin B5, which is provitamin B5. It's a very wonderful moisturizing B vitamin. And then, of course, the hydration that's coming from the aloe vera water itself. So dry skin, combination, oily, doesn't matter. Everybody can benefit from it. You noticed yourself whenever you applied it on. I have a friend and client in New York. He always says, "Oh my God, he's from Colombia." It sounds like a Ricky Ricardo version of George Clooney. He's just really, really handsome. And he says, "Oh, Danny, I love the Noah. I love it because it makes my skin so tight. I feel so tight on my."
It does. It does.
Yeah.
But so I do use it and then put my makeup on when I have to go to the TV show. So
Right.
so it's something you can apply. What would you recommend that someone does? They put it on and they wait 15, 20 minutes so until it's dry and
No, 2 minutes, two or 3 minutes.
two,
I
3 minutes.
say first thing you should do when you put it on, because a lot of people say use a toner. Oh, you got to use a toner. You got to use a toner. Toners are from the old school. Back in the day, cleansers didn't have a pH balance. They were more like soaps. A lot of people were using, lyes or soaps or what was that, ivory soap. Even if it's Dove, the pH is going to be 8, 9. Your skin's pH is 5.5. You have to balance that out. So that's what they would use a toner for. A toner would have a lower pH, and it would bring the skin's pH back down to 5.5, because when they wash their face, it was 8 or even 9. So toners are not necessary right now. If you have one that has a really great ingredient in it and you really love it, knock yourself out. I'm not saying don't use a toner, but they're not one of the necessary things that we need to do in our skincare routine. It's more of a, I like it, so I'm going to add it in. And I can talk to thousands of dermatologists that will actually, agree with me on that. And they've said the same thing, and I agree with them. But the fact is, right out of the shower with dry skin, that should be the first thing you put on your skin, right out of the shower, because
you put Noah right out of the shower. You dry your skin and then you put that on.
First thing you do is put that on, and that's going to be, it's pH at around 3.5 to 3.9. So it can tingle a little bit. Some people say, oh, it's a little spicy. Or so recently, I have another client. Her name's Wendy Isles. She is a celebrity hairdresser, and she uses Noah. In fact, she just recently wrote me a very nice review on it. And she does Heidi Klum. She does just all of the models,
Right.
I mean, she's amazing. She's a celebrity in her own right. She actually has developed her own hair care line called Isles Formula. It's a three-piece formula, 3-part formula that just has wonderful reviews. It's available in Bergdorf Goodman and hair salons all over the world. And this beautiful woman is a client of mine when I lived in New York, and she uses my product and has it right now as we speak. And she sent me a nice review back. She goes, I put it on and it was a little, she's got an Australian accent. And she says, it was a little spicy. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but your skin.
I like that.
Yeah, a little spicy. So I said, okay, I raised for you, I raised the pH a little bit on it to about 3.9, so it's not quite as spicy. But yeah, so her last comment to me was, well done, good formula. She really enjoys it. So, that means a lot to me, and I would do house calls out in the city and out in Hamptons. And I would go out because as an esthetician, I was a concierge esthetician. And I would drive into the Hamptons, these big, beautiful homes, and I'm setting up and I look over, and right next to the nightstand is a bottle of Noah. And it's like, it makes you feel so good that your product has made it into these places, as well as anybody else, though. I don't care if you have a mansion or a 1-bedroom apartment.
Of course.
Your nightstand.
Listen, is there a website they can go to?
Yes. So on my Instagram, there is a link that you can go to, and I don't have a website yet, like in the sense of, Skin Redemption.
For the product.
But if you go to I have a Skin Redemption by DD, Danny Dabney, on Instagram, and there's a link to this link.
Skin Redemption.
Yes. And so it's Skin Redemption by DD.
By DE?
By DD, so Skin Redemption by DD, and that's an Instagram page with a link straight to the Noah. And then of course there's you can go to my work Instagram, which is My Skincare Concierge, and that one will have a link to it as well. So we can
and then also I forgot this little thing there.
QR code. So this QR code will take you to the Shopify website that's associated with my Instagram, and we'll put up another QR code that'll take you to my Instagram.
Sounds excellent. Listen, Danny, it was really a pleasure speaking to you today, but I hope you get a chance to come back. And I have to tell you, I'm extremely satisfied with your product. And I want to congratulate you with
Thank you.
the rest of the line. And we definitely have to talk more. Okay.
I would like that. You know, this isn't the first time you've said that to me about the product. You mentioned several times that you put it on and you really like it. It puts a nice glow. And like I said, you know, thank you so much for having me on.
My pleasure. Every time I put it on, I look younger.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't do Botox, no fillers. You know, I don't need to look 20, but I don't want to look. I get told all the time that I look 44. I'll take 10 years. You know, 10 years, 11 years.
Hey, that sounds fabulous. That sounds
Okay,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure talking to our guest today, Dabney. And it was a pleasure being with you as well. Take a little time to do something nice for somebody. I'm Lissy Dalencour. You're watching the Boom Boom Show. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.